Hey, you murder phoniacs. This is your host, Tony Ciaglia, the serial killer whisperer. And this is, well, I don't even know if I have to say anything. He's that great. Thanks for being my co-host.
No problem. I love it.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, it keeps me young, bud. It really does.
And thanks for being my dad. You're the best.
You don't ever have to thank me. It's a pleasure. They're probably tired of hearing it out there, but that's okay.
It's okay.
They're not. I'm just kidding.
No,
Right?
Nothing's better than love.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You got that.
Well, how are you guys liking season 5 so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're liking it.
What do you think of that?
I love it.
Me too.
You like it?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah, I think they like it.
So, everybody, the title of this episode is Child Killer. It's even hard to say that
I know.
because that's like my rule of thumb, you know.
Yeah.
If you kill kids and if you fuck around, harm, or kill old people, that's it.
I hear you.
Right to the gas chamber. Right to the fucking gas chamber. I have...
Boom.
Yeah, just take them in the alley,
Yeah.
put the gun behind their ear, pull the trigger,
Yeah.
and it'll save a lot of taxpayer dollars. You know?
Yeah. That's how this town was built.
I just, the whole appeal system is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Don't get me going on that. That's a whole different subject. We should do a whole show on that someday, you know?
I think we should.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Appeals.
think?
I think they think we should, right?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Fuck.
Unfortunately, way back when I was writing to this tub of shit, I was fooled by his first letter that we left off with last week. Remember that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that moment. Yeah. We're going to continue on. And you guys, you're not going to love it. If you love it, there's something wrong with you. But it would be really bad if we didn't share it with you. Because you already know this guy is a king-size fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, when you throw a child involved now, bad news. And you know who you're dealing with here. You're dealing with the devil. You're dealing with a demonic puddle of fucking shit. Dad, can you please read the follow-up letter about Kelly and Robin?
We flipped a coin for this and I lost.
Yes. Well,
I lost, didn't I?
yeah. So did, what's his name?
Oh,
The Buddy Holly plane?
yeah, Richie Valens.
Richie Valens lost the coin
Or
toss too.
No, actually, he won the coin toss. And that's why he went down.
That's how it went.
It was Waylon Jennings, I think.
Waylon Jennings won the coin toss.
Lost it. The winner got to go on the plane. The loser had to go on the bus. Well, the plane went down.
And I should know this because it happened on my birthday
Yeah, it did.
in 1958 or
1959.
9.
February 3rd.
The day
the
the music
died.
died.
Yeah. All right.
Started out.
Put it off long enough. It's disgusting as this is. You guys, the murder phoniacs out there, you need to know the truth too. So from a letter dated 9/11/09, 2009.
9/11.
Yeah, 9/11. Wonder if he wrote that on that day for a reason. Scumbag. Hey, Tony. Greetings to you, my friend. I got your most welcome letter. I'm excited they took me off that lockup shit. They cut it in half, but I still sat there for over 43 fucking days. The time I spent over there on lockup really added to the fact that I am one broke-ass motherfucker. Come on, man, send them some money, will you please? Send them money, please, please. What the fuck? What does that even have to do with it?
He's a broken record.
He is.
Yes.
Broke-ass motherfucker. I guess you are. You know what? I just think I'd be worried about a hell of a lot more than just being broke. Right?
Yeah.
Where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the letter. I'm sorry you won't take me up on my offer, but I understand what you're saying. You can't blame a guy for trying. I don't remember promising you locations. But let me think about it, and we will see what we can come up with. I wouldn't really be looking forward to going through all that court and TV media news again either. But who knows what will come of it. Do you know, because of the websites, I get a lot of mail from all over the world.
Here he is, George Clooney status again.
Yeah, that's right. You did call him that.
Uh-huh.
Getting it from all over the world.
Uh-huh. And you know, you like how he says, oh, I don't know if I want to go through all that, you know, the TV and, you know, the press and all that. Bullshit.
He'd love it.
You'd love it because they're putting your fucking story out there.
Big fat face out there again,
mm-hmm.
which I hate. I don't think they should do it, but they're, I mean, it's newsworthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you call him newsworthy.
Exactly. What's newsworthy is that police officer that had the guard that had to walk by his room and look at his fat ass with a fucking towel over his head.
Oh, God. Don't even bring it up again. Please. Please. All right, back to the letter. I get a lot of mail from people all over the world. I got letters from motherfuckers out there who would never have even talked to me on a bet if they met me out on the street. But you know, lucky for them, they never met me out on the street. Didn't they? Joe? Anyway, back to the bodies that I have out there. The two bodies I said is buried between Hagerstown, Maryland and Frederick, Maryland are the ones I told you about in my last little story. I didn't tell you how that story ended. I thought I would save it as a surprise. You didn't really think I'd spend that much time with them and let them live, did you? Those bodies that are laying out there on that patch of land are Kelly and her little daughter, Robin. They have been out there since the early 1990s. Counting those two bodies and three others are the only ones that I can remember burying while out on the road. There's a damn good possibility there could be more out there that I may have killed when I was drunk and high on drugs. Those 5 that I killed that are out there, I was stone cold sober when I raped and drained the life out of them. That's why I remember them so well. You can never forget a good shot of ass. Aha. Let's see. They would be the little red-haired girl that I told you was my first kill. It's September 1970. She's buried in Baltimore County, Maryland. The second is a 12-year-old girl that I killed and buried up in Deep Creek Lake State Park back in 1977. The third one that I told you about is a prostitute that I killed from the 76 truck stop in Reno, Nevada, back in 1993, and I buried her in Sharps, Nevada. Little Robin was a sweet little virgin when I met her.
Stop. Fucking stop. Well, I sure fucking hope she was a virgin. What was she, like 6 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue. Sorry.
I can still see her eating her pancakes and thanking me for what a nice man I was. Ha ha. She sure wasn't a virgin when I got done with her. She was a bloody mess, and so was her dear, sweet mother, who was a hysterical, screaming, blabbering idiot by the time I got around to taking the life out of her. For you see, I had her tied up and I made her watch while I raped and killed her dear, sweet little daughter.
All right. All right. I've heard enough. I just have to interject this. You know, first, give me a second. I have to gather myself after hearing that. That's something right there. That story is something I'm going to take to bed with me tonight and probably many other nights. That story right there, that's what it's worse than horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
Because when it's a movie, you know it's fucking fake. It's scripted. But that little girl and that mom, how terrified they must have been. You know, Dad, how he talks about finding peace when when his dead ass, when he dies?
Yeah.
You know, fuck him. You know? Fuck that piece of shit. God, I pray he finds no peace.
I don't think there's peace in the
lake of fire.
I just don't.
No. He won't even make it to God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. All right.
That was a good piece, though. I mean, I had to get that out. You know?
Well, I was feeling it. Thank you. Glad you did. All right, back to this story. It's not a story, though. It's a true story. It makes me sick. She kept telling me to kill her, but that was too easy. I had to have my fun, so I tortured her for another 2 days before I put her out of her misery. I fucked her dead ass a couple of more times because, like I told you, I love dead pussy. This field they are now buried in was just about 40 feet off of Interstate 70. From what I remember, there was an apple orchard there. I'll have to think about giving you the exact locations. I'm just not sure if it will be worth the bullshit I have to go through.
Suck my dick, Joe. Suck it. Suck it.
Yeah. That's about all I have for now until the next time, later. J.R. Metheny, a.k.a. fucking asshole.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, here's one of the writings that he did for me that he calls one of my sweet memories from the past. There are many things I could lay blame upon for why I turned out the way I did. Dad, can I get your viewpoint on that?
Here he fucking goes again.
Yes.
That's fucking bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Him and that woe is me.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You know, Haddon was consistent. This guy's consistently a whining bitch. Haddon was consistent about everything. He's consistent about the things he cares about: murder, dead pussy, killing sex workers, doing them a favor. And he's very consistent about why. Everyone is to blame except poor fucking Tiny. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's my thought.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I like it when you rant like that.
I can't get going on this because that last thing did me in. It just did.
It did?
Yeah.
What, the killing the daughter?
We had to rehearse it last night, and then I had to read it again today. I got to put it out of my mind.
Mm-hmm. Well, back to the letter.
Yeah.
If my mother would have shown me a little bit more love, maybe things could have been different. I was used and abused, kicked around, unwanted, and discarded like an old rag growing up. I started taking out all my frustrations on insects and animals. And then children. I committed my first murder at the tender age of 15 years old. My victim was a little 12-year-old girl. She was also my first shot of ass. Don't you love that saying?
Oh, yeah.
My first shot of ass.
Yeah.
You know? Or a good shot of ass.
Or my dead bitches.
Mm-hmm. That's another one of his favorite terms.
Oh, yeah.
I jumped her when she was coming home from school on a dirt path in a secluded wooded area in Baltimore County. I raped her. Then I bashed her fucking head in with a large rock. I then buried her in a shallow grave and placed the rock that I killed her with like a headstone.
And this is very important because later on we're going to show you a video of that rock
that we found.
Yeah. This is important, isn't it?
It is.
You notice he keeps coming back to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're important. You are. Stop. I love that lavender shirt you're wearing. It's nice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
it's very nice.
That. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed you know the name of the color.
What, lavender?
Lavender.
Oh, I love it.
Lavender blue, right? Yeah, it's a song.
Oh, it's like a light purple. Change the song. My gosh.
We had to lighten up this shit, didn't we?
I then buried her in a shallow grave and placed the rock that I killed her with like a headstone. Then I cleaned up the area and went on my way. She still lays there to this very day as the cars from Interstate 695 pass by her. There was many more after her down through my life until I was finally stopped back on December 15th, 1996. This is a perfect example. You're guilty. You know, you got the death penalty.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to life.
Mm-hmm.
They should have marched him right back in the alley, put him down on his fucking knees, put a gun right behind his ear, pulled the trigger. Well, we wouldn't have gotten all these wonderful stories.
It would have saved us a lot of heartache, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the letter. Now I sit right where I belong, up here in a prison in Cumberland, Maryland. And after all these years, I now know who to blame for all this shit. Yeah, that's right. My damn self. This was written from a sick, twisted mind of a serial killer. Signed, J.R. Metheny, a.k.a. Bloody Fingerprint.
Tiny.
He is consistent with his stories and his bullshit, Dad. let's be clear. The only thing he blames himself for is getting caught.
You're fucking right.
Yeah. Like all serial killers.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing they care about. It's the only crime they committed. Getting caught.
Getting caught. It's interesting that he starts out blaming his mom, his upbringing, and he needed more love. He was abused and used and unwanted and discarded. Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Say it once.
Fucking bullshit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lavender Man. Then he took it out on insects and animals.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I got to tell you what I heard through the grapevine.
Yeah?
I heard through the grapevine that Sheena, remember poor Sheena?
Oh, gosh, yes. We all do.
The dog that he took advantage of, that he lost his virginity with. Remember? Well, I heard she committed suicide. Yeah.
How does an animal commit suicide?
Well, first of all, she was violated by an animal.
Very small.
Violated by one of the worst pieces of shit that ever walked on two legs.
He considered her a shot of ass, too.
Remember? Oh, yeah. So poor Sheena, that pig came by and fucked her. Right? She couldn't live with it.
No.
She couldn't live with it. And everybody that talked to me about this, that witnessed it, said that poor Sheena stood there on the curb and she held her head down and she looked around and she ran right out in front of a semi. Now you tell me that's not suicide.
Oh,
Thank you, Joe Metheny.
And you know, it was because she was violated by him.
Yeah, I'd give him the death penalty for that.
Yeah.
That fucking piece of shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But I had to tell everybody about poor Sheena. If you're watching YouTube, you'd see a picture of Sheena. It says, rest in peace, Sheena. So check it out.
Yeah, so go, if you're not going to go to YouTube to watch us, go to YouTube and pay your fucking respects to the dog, for crying out loud.
For sure, right?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, what a shame.
I know. It's terrible.
But in the end, he blames himself. He doesn't believe that. Not for 1 second.
No.
But it sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because he thinks that's what his audience wants to believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Typical sociopath.
He is.
Typical sociopath. It's all about him.
Psychopathy.
Oh, my gosh.
I had to say it. You like that, don't you?
I love
you like that word.
We were watching a show last night. We saw the guy that uses that word.
Mr. Psychopathy.
Mr. Psychopathy. Gosh. See, you don't have to go to fucking college and take a course to use a big word like that.
The hell no.
Hell no.
Right?
Uh-huh. All right. Let me remind you of one thing. All right, you guys? Know this. This pussy, he did not have the balls to kill himself. Right?
Fucking right.
Yeah. He might have talked about it a lot.
He tried twice.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't pull the trigger. I'd have pulled the trigger for you, Joe.
Exactly.
In a heartbeat.
My
Wouldn't
little
have thought twice about it.
My 6-year-old niece, Mila, would have pulled the trigger.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. She knows good from bad. Well, let's hear some more conversations from J.R. Metheny, a.k.a. Tiny.
I had a Class A, I had a CDL trucker's license. I could have went anywhere, but I chose not to, I guess, you know.
Yeah. How many did you put down, if you can answer that even?
7 that they know of.
When you were killing,
Yeah.
were you doing it out of anger, or were you doing it out of game, like for fun? Or were you upset?
The best way to describe it is like this.
Uh-huh.
When it first started out, I always tell everybody, I started out as revenge because of what that bitch did, took my son-in-law, right?
Yeah, that was a horrible story.
That's where it started at.
Okay.
Well, when I first met the 2 homeless guys,
Yes.
that wasn't my first kill. I told you what my first kill was.
Yeah, you did?
That was a girl when I was 15.
That young girl, yeah.
All right, well, that was my first one. That's the one that broke, made it easy, rest easy. Well, it wasn't easy. When I killed her, when you do your first kill, you're very paranoid, scared, you don't know nothing. But when you eventually, if you can get a week behind you, you can clean everything up.
Okay.
And as time goes on, people seem to forget. All right, well, the second kill you do, you're a little more paranoid.
Okay.
And believe it or not, the third kill is like experimental. It's like stepping on a fly. It means nothing.
Yeah.
And the first 1 or 2 is like a taboo thing. You've been bred with it all your life, never to kill run or eat this or do that.
Mm-hmm.
You lose all your inhibitions on that shit, man.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah. I'm here.
All right. I know you are. You in that lavender shirt. You're here.
I am.
You got a great smile, though.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
I like you.
I love you.
I love you, Bird.
They're sick of hearing it. Love is everything now. But we got to move on here.
Okay.
You just heard from Joe Metheny.
You do his voice good, though.
And he had Peanut with him. He's just making sure he's got a little safety valve.
He'd make a good movie character with that voice.
Yeah, he would, wouldn't he?
Yeah. It's just that southern drawl.
All the way down to Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm. So he says he killed 7 that they know about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's because he's the fucking man. Right? The way he says it. Yeah. Can't you see them, Dad? I want you guys to see them too, okay? See them strutting through the yard, Tiny with his little fucking dick. Peanut and KY, they're strutting with him through the prison yard, right? And they're listening to the Bee Gees, right? Staying alive, staying alive. Oh, 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 staying alive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you see Tiny's pointing out people, and those prisoners are like, there's that guy with that little fucking dick. But he's got confidence like he's got a 10-inch cock.
And by the way.
What?
If they're on YouTube, they got to see him again because we put the picture up of Tiny. He's the guy with no shirt. Peanut standing to the right of him. At KY standing to the left.
Because he's slippery like jelly.
And kneeling down in front was the dad killer, Norman.
He killed his fucking
Norman
dad.
fucking Bates.
You believe that?
No.
He killed his dad.
Yeah. Piece of shit. You know what else? Because he's on the phone. That's why he said, I killed 7, did they know of? But I'm on the phone. And what the fuck is, he's on the phone, right? He's got 150 fucking years he's doing, or 300 years. What are they going to do? Add another 300? I'd be real careful about being on that phone, Joe. You fucking
A lot of them are like that, though.
They're all like that.
Arthur was like that.
Yes. Arthur,
Your man, John.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Big Art.
Yeah. What was it?
Art the Great.
The great art. The great fucking art. He was the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're on the phone, Tony. I can't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, and so is what's his name?
Bianchi.
No,
he didn't kill anybody, right?
Yeah, no. Albert Wayne Henley.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Another asshole.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Bee Gees. I could just see him.
You could see them,
I could see the dog pound coming. Yeah. The music playing.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Hold on, though. They think they're great, right? There's like a fucking, they're like elevated above all.
Yeah,
as
kind
they
of floating,
strut.
right?
Exactly. And then all these other guys, they're like, look at these assholes, right? Look at these assholes.
And then, he's talking about the killing. That was a great question you asked him.
Mm.
When you were killing, what was it like? Were you mad? Was it revenge? And, even though he said early on, he told people it was about revenge, it wasn't. It wasn't about his wife taking his kid. He'd already killed prior to that many times, prior to the bridge that we're going to be covering. He killed many times before that. And as he pointed out, the first time, remember he said, it's time stops and you're scared. But if you get yourself together and you have enough time to clean up the scene, I'm going to punch you in the face.
I'm just doing it because I'm jealous. I love purple. It's my favorite color.
I'm trying to remember things here that, but you're taking me off my game.
I'm sorry. I'll go on. I'm so
sorry.
Done?
Are you done?
I'm done.
You want that? Huh?
No.
All right. Don't get me going.
Holy shit.
All right. Where was I? So anyway, the first kill. Has some time. You got time. You cover it up. Second kill. You're really nervous now. You're, what was the term he used? You're paranoid because you got away with the first one. So the second one, you're paranoid because you think, if I fuck up, I'm going to jail and I can't get caught. That's the worst crime. So now he's paranoid. But then as he talks a little more, he talks about the third one. You know what, Tony? That third killing, it's like stepping on a fly.
Yeah, swatting flies.
It means absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
So you just take it and you go from there.
He's given us the
you
time.
lose all your inhibitions. And that way you can just go out and eat whoever the fuck you want.
Unbelievable.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, when you hear that guy talk, you're right. He make a hell of a character.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not. He's real.
Yeah.
And he really did those things. Couldn't make that shit up in Hollywood.
No.
Did this me again already?
Yeah, you like
the
this?
Fuck?
Man, the light is on you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny keeps bringing up his first kill. And I thought maybe, just maybe he felt some remorse. But this letter just proved once again that he is a heartless, soulless monster. This is a letter from February 2010. Hey, Anthony, I got your letter and I have to say you really made my day. And that phone call we had, it was great. And it's been a long time since we've gotten together to talk, and I really enjoyed it. I'm very glad to hear you're doing and feeling better. I'm glad to hear you liked the drawing I sent. And as you can see, I'm trying to send a couple of more for you. Yes, I was young when I killed that first victim. I was only 15 years old back in 1970 when I took the life away from that sweet little 12-year-old red-haired girl. I was her first and last sexual encounter.
Were you?
I was her first and last sexual encounter. Dear Lord, please take care of her. Oh, think about that.
Mm-hmm.
She has been laying out there in those woods in a shallow grave, cold and naked, for 37 years now. She is laid out in a very isolated spot. Through the years, on the anniversary, I'd go out to where I buried her. I'd go and buy a 6-pack of beer, and then I'd go sit beside her grave and I'd drink them, and I'd start thinking about what I had done on that very spot back in September 1970.
Mm.
Anyone else probably would have started feeling remorse and probably would have broken down and cried. But not me. Not Tiny. Every year when I would go out there, I would do the same thing. I'd drink the 6-pack of beer, then stand up and pull down my pants and underwear, and then start stroking my dick until it was hard. Then I would just start jerking it off until I busted a nut on her grave. Then I'd clean myself up, pick up all my beer cans, and go home. Yes, there's a big difference between me and you. Do you think? Fuck. We both grew up in different worlds. I had a lot of bad things happen to me when I was very young. I learned to block it out over the years, but in reality, all it did was make me hollow inside. In some ways, that's a good thing, for when you have no longer have a conscience or the ability to care or have emotions, no one can hurt you anymore. I always try to treat people the way I'd like to be treated. But a lot of times that will backfire in my face, and I find people tend to take my kindness for weakness.
Kindness? Go on.
And in this hellhole that I am in, if you show any kind of weakness, these fucking animals will eat you alive. You're a very smart young man, Anthony, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's a dog-eat-dog world that we live in. Well, my friend, I'm going to bring this to an end. Until the next time, you take care out there. Later, Joe, a.k.a. Tiny.
Well, did you get your remorse wish answered?
Yeah, I sure did.
Mm.
I should have known better.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, he's a fucking loser.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yes, he is.
Totally. Dated March 15, 2010. Hey, Anthony. Greetings to you, my friend. I just got your letter. Thank you. I'm glad to hear you think I'm a good writer. I like to think that I am. So you think the stories I write to you are fiction? You are not sure if they are for real or something I'm just making up from my dreams. I have always considered you a very smart and well-educated man. So I feel you should have no problem detecting when someone is blowing smoke up your ass. And when someone is coming across to you with the truth, no matter how off the wall it may sound, I am sure there are many who feel my stories are somewhat bogus. And I often wonder to myself, as why would someone keep writing back to me if they doubt the authenticities of my writing? You know, the only conclusion I always come up with is their need to know. That is driven by their curiosity of the unknown. For all those who question what I write, fuck them. I don't lose no sleep over what some motherfucker may think about me. But as for you, my man, I do care about what you think. You are the closest person I would consider a friend. Really? Even more than KY and Norman?
No, you're
Peanut?
not. Fuck no, you're not in that league.
I'm not, am I?
No. Not at all.
Okay. Well,
I think he touched a nerve with his fat ass.
He seems upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have sent a lot of fucking letters back and forth to each other in the past 4 years. We have written some funny shit, serious shit, and I know occasionally even said some deep shit. When I first wrote to you with a proposition about giving up some of my dead bitches, I told you I would tell you of 2 of them for $500. I ended up telling you about them because of the TV mix-up and lost court transcripts, and you made out like a bandit. I did, didn't I, Dad?
Oh, yeah.
Like a bandit.
Who paid for the TV?
I did.
Who got the TV? He's sitting there watching it when he wrote the letter.
Fucking right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And what about those lost court transcripts? I know you'll be getting them any day now. I sent them. You should be getting them. They're worth a lot of money. Fuck. I'm sorry.
They didn't get in the mail truck. They were walking. The court transcripts.
They're walking from Baltimore to Vegas.
They never fucking made it.
Yeah, they got lost.
Wow. You made out like a bandit. So stop busting my balls about it. If they were real or not. Please don't waste your time coming here to visit me, for I don't want to see anyone, nor do I want to make any more phone calls. It's nothing personal against you or anyone else. I just want to be a friend in a letter. So, my friend, I hope you can live with that. Later, Jim. Joe. It came out wrong.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Later.
Jim. I'm surprised he didn't sign it, Jim. What a fucking bitch.
See? Come on, guys. You can see it. These are his true feelings coming out. Little bitch. Isn't he?
He'd kill you if he could. That was the Joe Metheny. And then, can I point this out?
Sure.
This is the letter that he sent. Okay? And this is from March 15th, 2010. No little drawings. And look at this fucking envelope. Oh, you see any drawings on there, Tony? No. The little bitch. This is the real Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And this really showed it. When I was looking at this letter, I thought, this little piece of shit.
And
he would like to kill you. That's Joe coming out.
Uh-huh. And you know what it all comes down to? He didn't get his money. So he's taking his ball and he's going home.
Yeah, I like that.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going home now. Give me the ball.
Give me the ball.
Send me money. Send me money. Send me money.
Fucking baby.
I would have liked to seen him in his fucking cell after he wrote this letter. Could you see him hanging his head, crying to the guards? Yeah, these guys.
Mommy!
Fucking me.
Mommy!
Oh, God.
Can you believe that shit, Dad?
No, I can't.
So I
can, unfortunately.
I wrote him another polite fuck you note. And here was his bullshit response. Dated April 11th, 2010. Hey, Anthony. I'm sorry to hear that I had you confused with my March 15th letter that I sent. You owe me no apology for anything. For now that I think about it, I'm sure if you thought my stories from the past were bullshit and I was making them up in my mind, you would have stopped writing to me and kicked me to the curb a long time ago. You imagine trying to kick 525 pounds to the curb? Fucking take a crane.
Did you see him backpedaling here?
Mm-hmm. Back to the letter. I understand that you are not going to compensate me for locations of bodies. It was worth a try. And how about this deal? Just send me $100 for the kid, and we will call it even. Shit. She was just a kid and wasn't even full grown yet. So she wasn't really worth the full amount. Ha ha. But then again, that was about 20 years ago. So if you dig her ass up and she looks bigger than 3'8" I remember from back then, go ahead and send me the full price. Ha ha.
Ha ha.
That's really terrible on just all sorts of levels, isn't it?
Yeah, it just goes to show he's got nothing.
And he's talking about Robin, the little girl that he killed with the mother, made the mother watch and then buried them together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'm just kidding. I know you're not that guy. But remember, food packages are coming up, so please keep that in mind.
Please buy me one. Please buy me one. Please buy me one. That's what it sounds like.
It does.
I'm sorry I said anything in the last letter. Buy me a food package, please. Please.
Why do you keep comparing me to Ted Bundy? He enjoyed raping and killing his victims and leaving them in gruesome crime scenes to be found by the cops. Yes, he did love his notoriety and the fame and attention he got from it. But he truly didn't have a real purpose for the actions he took. I'm not really sure why he even got the death penalty. Yeah, there's about 100+ reasons why.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm not sure why he got the death penalty for his crimes were not premeditated. They fell under the line of spontaneous assault.
Spontaneous. He's a counselor now. Spontaneous assault. Counselor Joe.
Counselor Joe.
Right?
Yeah. With intent to do bodily harm, which ended in murder. So the most he should have gotten is life without parole. Lawyer/judge.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Reliable source.
Uh-huh. My crimes had premeditation written all over them. I was luring these prostitutes into a false hope of fast cash for a few moments of their sexual services, only to be beaten, raped, and tortured and slowly put to death. And then, ultimately, ending up on some motherfucker's lunch sandwich for which I was paid $3.50 for. And I appreciated every fucking penny of it. Ha ha. But these simple motherfuckers overturned my death penalty sentence because they could not prove the motive of robbery. Because the dead bitch's pocketbook was found approximately 10 feet away from her body in another hole on the same property where she was buried. So, the big difference between me and Ted Bundy was that I was out there a lot longer than he was. And the reason for that was simple. He wasn't smart enough to eat the fucking evidence.
Yeah, he's such a comic, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And it's always the same fucking joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I say in another episode? I said he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, remember when you were getting upset on the phone and he could tell? And then you had to laugh because he